Welcome to this tutorial. We're going to look at how we can make an account on Tinkercad. Tinkercad is an awesome website program that allows you to do some circuit construction, and we'll be doing this as an introduction to electronics and also electrical engineering. So log on to Tinkercad. Once you see the page load, click on Join Now. Now in my classes, what I'll get you to do is create a personal account. If you're an educator, you can actually set up classes, but just for ease, we're just going to create a personal account. And then we're going to log in and sign in with our Google credentials. Now, if you're a student of mine, you'll be able to just log in with the school Google credentials. Otherwise, you can sign up with your email. So just follow the steps all the way through. So when you get to this section here of the Autodesk, you can get all the emails and updates. Otherwise, you can leave that blank and just click on Continue. And then we'll go through it at Tinkercad. Now, when it first starts, it'll open up and it'll give you a 3D printing design. You see on the left-hand side here, you see 3D design, and it's ready and it's trying to get us to go. This is one of the major features of this website. It's 3D CAD work, but what we're going to do is we're going to close this and we're going to click on circuits. In here we're able to create circuits. Also you can have code blocks, and there's some lessons as well, but this is where we're going to start. So when you create a new project, especially for circuits, and that's what I'll be focused on, click on Create New Circuit. When the page opens, you'll actually see on the right hand side all the basic components. You can scroll down and you'll see we've got everything from RGB LEDs, LDR light dependent resistors, through to ultrasonic distance sensors, and these all reside under basic. And then we can go to all, and you can see all the different components that are available to us to create circuits. Some of the important things we're going to need are breadboards. One of the best things we can do with Tinkercad is actually prototype our circuit and ensure that it works before we go and construct it physically. So this area here allows us to select components. We can also go have a look at Arduinos. In here are a series of different Arduinos and some basic setups. The main one that I use is the very first one, which is the breadboard one. We'll have a look at that in future tutorials. So let's just turn this back to basic. Another thing you want to do when you start a brand new project, up the top left hand corner here, it creates a random name for your project. Just click on that. Then what we can do is create a name for our project. So you could call it anything you like, but I'm just going to call this one Motor. And then click out and you can see that changes. So this project here is now called Motor. There's nothing in the project at the moment. But if I want to go back to the main menu, just click on Tinkercad. It'll then take us back to our project area, and you'll see that the project we were just working on is right here. Also gives you an idea when you last worked on it. Now, if you want to go back into the project, what you need to do is just click on Tinker This. Therefore, we're going back into tinkering that project. As you work with the objects, if I drag a 9-volt battery out onto the stage, you can see here I can give it an actual name. We're just going to leave it as name 1. While it's selected, you can see a little blue line around it. If I click off it, that disappears. When I click on it, it becomes active again. If I push the letter R on my keyboard, it will rotate for me. This can be quite fun for a little while. Otherwise, you can click on the icon on the top left-hand corner. You can also delete objects by just clicking either the delete key on your keyboard, or you can just click the bin there. You can always drag another one out. Now, if the battery disappears, you can zoom with your mouse by scrolling. If you happen to take the project or the object off the stage and you can't see it anymore, in the very top left-hand corner here, there's a zoom in to fit, a recentering tool. And that will bring your project back, and then you can zoom in, zoom out, adjust it again so you don't lose anything. So some of the main things we use are 9-volt batteries for our power source. And let's do a real simple thing by getting the DC motor out. What I'd like to do is rotate the DC motor so that the pins actually face the battery. Now, before we finish this tutorial, we're going to create a very simple circuit. You'll notice that there is a red pin here and a red one there. This is our positive. We can join that together with a wire by just selecting it when it turns to a square, drawing across, and I'm not clicking and holding, I just clicked and then move my mouse. When I get to the other end, I can just then click again. That will make a wire between the two connection points. Up the top right hand corner here, we get a little menu system. We can select the color of the wire. Now, because it's the positive wire, we should turn it red. We can also turn it turquoise if we wanted, but we're going to make sure we're going to use a red wire just to stick to conventions. Next, we're going to join the earth wire, the negative, to the negative terminal here. Even though motors don't have polarity, we could have gone straight across. We want to make sure we've got the positive and negatives. And I'm going to turn the green wire to black for consistency. Now, to check that this circuit works, in the top right hand corner we have Start Simulation. When we click on that, it starts simulating the circuit. So the electrons are leaving through the earth, through the positive, and the motor is turning. And you can see that it's turning at 17,568 RPM. When you want the simulation, or if you want to make some adjustments, you need to stop the simulation, and then you can make some adjustments to the circuit if you want. If you want to remove a wire, click on the wire, push the delete key. If you want to code a circuit, there is the coding button here. At the moment there's no Arduino board, so we can't code, but in future tutorials we will explore this a lot more. So let's finish our tutorial by taking it back to the start of the simulation and going back to the Tinkercad. Now, the next time you log into this, you should be able to log straight in and you'll see your projects when you select circuits. So I hope you found this tutorial useful. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also make some comments if you're looking for particular tutorials in the future. So I wish you all the best in your construction of your electronic circuits and your investigation into electrical engineering.